In Educational Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on HIV and AIDS. In our last lesson, we learned about sexually transmitted diseases. We focused on a few common STDs, such as gonorrhea, syphilis, and chancroid. We learned how they are transmitted and how we can prevent them from spreading. In this lesson, we will be learning about the most serious and damaging STD, HIV and AIDS. This is a very important lesson today, students. Let us get started. HIV and AIDS are fatal diseases that people have only known for about 25 years. Yet, in this relatively short time, they have affected millions of people around the world. It is lethal for almost everyone who becomes infected by them. AIDS stands for Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. It is the medical term to describe a combination of illnesses that result when the immune system is weakened or destroyed. AIDS is the advanced form of an infection caused by human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. HIV is a virus that attacks the immune system, making the infected person susceptible to other diseases. People contract HIV when the virus gets into their body through certain bodily fluids from another person who has the virus. The bodily fluids that spread the HIV virus are blood, semen, and vaginal secretions. The most common way HIV and AIDS are spread is by sexual intercourse with another infected person. A pregnant woman can also pass HIV and AIDS on to her baby while it is in her womb, while she is giving birth, or while she is breastfeeding. HIV and AIDS can be spread by a few other ways, such as by a knife used to carry out female genital mutilation, by sharing needles for drug use, or through infected blood transfusions. Luckily, in Ethiopia, we examine our blood supplies very carefully, so infections by blood transfusions do not happen. From what we have learned thus far, students, can you explain how AIDS is caused? Write your answer on a sheet of notebook paper.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back. As we have learned, people get AIDS caused by a virus called HIV. People contract HIV when the virus enters their bodies through bodily fluids like semen, vaginal secretions, or blood. Eventually, HIV weakens a person's immune system, making them more susceptible to other diseases. Approximately 33 million people in the world are infected with HIV. In Ethiopia alone, over 1 million people are infected with the virus. 60,000 to 70,000 people die of AIDS every year in Ethiopia, leaving hundreds of thousands of children orphaned. This is a tragic loss of lives. AIDS destroys the health of our citizens, devastates families, and puts a strain on our society's medical care system. People infected with AIDS live in various areas of Ethiopia, but it is reported that more people infected live in cities rather than in rural areas. Ethiopia is not alone in coping with this issue. Many countries in Africa face the same problems, and in some countries, the spread of AIDS is even worse. Students, now that we have learned what causes AIDS and how widespread the disease is in Ethiopia, it is up to you to make healthy lifestyle choices to prevent the spread of AIDS. For our next activity, students, can you make a list of the important life skills and responsible sexual behaviors that can help people avoid the infection, HIV, and AIDS?
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back. I am sure everyone listed quite a few examples, as there are many ways to avoid getting infected with HIV and AIDS. Some important points that you could have listed are to not have unprotected sex with an HIV positive person. Always wear a condom when having sexual intercourse. Stay away from illegal drugs and do not share needles. There are many more things that you could have written, but you can go over your lists again with your teacher at the end of the lesson. One of the biggest problems with HIV and AIDS in Ethiopia is discrimination against people who are infected with the disease. Often, people will be cast out of their communities, lose their jobs, or even denied service in shops if they are known to have the disease. Because of the discrimination, many people avoid getting tested and then will unknowingly spread HIV by having unprotected sexual intercourse, or by mothers infecting their children through pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. Students, can you think of an example of a time when you witnessed a person who was HIV positive being discriminated against? Share your experience with a partner.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back. Did you share with a partner? I wonder what kind of experiences you have talked about. The reason that HIV positive people are discriminated against is because other people do not seem to understand the disease. Many people think they can catch the disease by merely touching an infected person. But this is simply not true. Currently, in Ethiopia, people are working very hard to remove the stigma attached to HIV and AIDS. Through education, support, and promotion, groups of people are sending a clear message that life can still be long, healthy, and happy for individuals who are infected. We have come to the end of our lesson for today, students. We learned about HIV and AIDS and how they affect Ethiopia. We learned that a large number of the population suffers from the HIV and AIDS, and there is typically a stigma attached to people who are suffering. We also learned that groups of people are working hard to remove this stigma. We will learn more about how infected people can live healthy lives in later lessons. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.